And when you do that, you're really avoiding a lot of drama. You're avoiding a lot of things that you might catch, you might not get rid of. You might be burning downstairs. Just avoiding a lot of just stress. And I can honestly say that's been a good decision for me. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Varkees Charles, man, and I'm back with another video. And you read the title correctly. I took a year off from getting my groove on. Yes, I took that leap. I took that step in life, and to say the least, it has not been easy. Okay, it's not easy, but it's very rewarding, and it brings a lot of self-awareness. Okay, starting out, this is coming from someone who recently got out of a 5-year relationship last year. And for anybody that's been in a relationship, or even if you haven't been in a relationship, when you are in a relationship, ideally you and your partner have access to one another intimately. Okay, you guys have access to one another when it comes to being intimate. And me being in that realm and that space for 5 years that was sustainable, having that just not work out because life just be lifing, it wasn't a smooth transition. What made this journey somewhat difficult for me in the beginning stages is the fact that I can confidently say that I know I look good, I know I got a little game, and I know the hookup culture is so easy. I could have easily put myself in a situation where I, created this fling with me and another woman. Okay. But I had to mentally make that change and not do that. And when you do that, you're really avoiding a lot of drama. You're avoiding a lot of things that you might catch, you might not get rid of. You might be burning downstairs. Just avoiding a lot of just stress. And I can honestly say that's been a good decision for me, because when you really think about it, whenever you're in a relationship, or more so on the fleeing side, there isn't really any good coming out of it, especially if you guys start being intimate like immediately. What tends to happen is, whether it's from the male or female, or male or male, whoever it is, expectations start to rise. Okay. And if those expectations aren't communicated before y'all get intimate, you're in for a treat. Because being intimate with someone, having sex with someone, whether it's your partner, whether it's a fling, whether it's just a random hookup, having sex in general is literally the most intimate thing you can do with one another each and every time. Also, during this time, I did take the time out to get closer to God, and also took the time to get into my word. And what I learned is, in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 9, it says, it's better to marry than to burn with passions. Okay. And what I took from it is, it's better to marry somebody when you're having these intimate relations. Okay. But don't get that mixed up, or don't get that confused with just marrying someone just so you can have sex with them. But that is a different topic for a different video. Because I can honestly say I was one of those men that would say I couldn't live without sex. Okay. That I would go crazy, I would lose my mind, that I would do this, I would do that. But I can honestly sit here and say that it's debunked. Okay. Yes, our biology says men need sex. I know, I get it. We got that itch. We got to do something. We got to get our rocks off, whatever the case may be. And you can use that energy towards other things. Get your mind occupied on other things. Don't be distracted. When you release yourself, whether that's, sexually or even self-pleasure, that drains you. But that's another topic for a different video. This goes to say that, ladies, fellas, or whoever's watching this video, I advise anybody to actually be abstinent and sex, take a year off sex, or anything that you might feel like could be distracting you or taking you away from your purpose. Okay. Because what happens is, you start to self-reflect, and it brings a lot of self-awareness to your situation. And specifically sex, like, it's doable. It's very doable. Like, don't let the world convince you that you need sex. Yes, we need sex for our own pleasures, but you're not going to die. And to all my fellas out there, we tend to judge women so much on them having X amount of bodies. But let me be clear. Keep it in your pants. Okay. Women want men who have self-value for themselves as well. Okay. If you out there just slinging it around, getting with any girl that you see, that could be a potential turnoff for a woman that might be interested in you. If she finds out of your sexual history, she's not going to want you anymore. Okay. You got to have that self-discipline and self-worth to not just let anybody have it. So it really goes both ways. She might have X amount of bodies, you might have X amount of bodies, but If you keep it in your pants and have some more self-respect for yourself, I promise you, you're going to go far. They say when a man controls his lust, he's the most dangerous man. And that's what I'm striving for. And that's what I hope everyone who watches this video at least try or attempt to once in their lifetime. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It's like at least 70% of y'all not subscribed. I need y'all to tap in because why? It is free 99. Okay, until next time, as always, if they can do it, so can you. Achieving greatness awaits. I'm out.